This is WOW, World of Wrestling Magazine TV Weekly. And now, here's your host, WOW Magazine's Editor-in-Chief, Bill Wonderful Willie Apter.
This is Bill Apter, the editor-in-chief of WOW, World of Wrestling Magazine, and once again we're spotlighting an NWA star. Here in Nashville, Tennessee, I'm talking to Dynamite Rob Williams. Welcome to the WOW segment.
Bill, it's a pleasure being here. I'm a big fan of WOW Magazine, and I really appreciate the way you spotlight all the independent promotions.
We try and do it.
And I mean, it's great because it's not all about the big three. There's hundreds of independent promotions out there, thousands of guys like myself busting their butt every day in the ring, just like the guys on the big three.
Well, you know, guys on the independent circuit seem to have taken a look at WWF and WCW, which seems to be trying to turn things up a notch every night. And I've noticed that the guys in the indies are also getting a little bit more riskier. Tell us about high-risk moves. Do you take a lot of them?
I take quite a few, and I mean, the competition level is at its highest point right now, and we're all forcing each other to raise the bar a little bit more each time we get in the ring. I take quite a few high-risk moves myself, and I've also paid the price for those. I've had a lot of injuries in the course of my 5-year career.
What's like one high-risk move that you can recall at this point?
Probably my worst injury to date was doing a crossbody off the top to the outside of my opponent.
Right.
I ended up doing a nosedive. I hit the concrete.
Ouch.
I ended up getting 12 stitches in my head, and I had 3 breaks in my wrist. But, I mean, due to the level of the competition, like I said, I didn't let the injury stop me. I mean, we pushed each other. The endurance is there. The adrenaline's flowing. I rolled back in the ring. We continued the match and went full force. Right. And then, like I said, I ended up going to the emergency room, getting my head stitched up, and getting a cast on my wrist.
Now, do you think about doing a maneuver at that time, that you're just going to do that maneuver, or does it just, you know, your body just kicks in and does it by itself, so to say?
Bill, it's a natural instinct. We've been training for years. I mean, everybody in the ring are trained professionals. That's why we always stress not to take these risks at home. I trained for at least a year before I was allowed into the ring, but your body becomes adapted to that. Everything's a very spontaneous movement. You see the opportunity, you just take it. You don't really think about the consequences. You just go with the flow.
Have you ever said afterwards, boy, I wish I wouldn't have done that move?
All the time.
All the time.
Usually the next morning.
But you keep trying to top yourself match after match, don't you?
Always. You always want to go out there and please the fans. You always give them 110%. That's the way I was taught, and that's the way I see all the guys in the independent promotions. We're all fighting for a spot in the big leagues. And, I mean, we're busting our butt every single night out there.
Well, like you mentioned the fans. Have the fans become too demanding of people like you and other stars to take that risk higher and higher and higher? You feel pressure?
I don't think it's the fans. I think that we, as professional wrestlers, feel that we owe the fans that. The fans are coming out supporting us, spending their hard-earned money every show, and I think they deserve all the risk, all the high spots, all the big maneuvers that we do. And like I said, whether I'm hurt, injured, sick, the flu, it doesn't matter. Every night I go through that curtain, I'm giving it 120%.
Yeah, but one wrong move could end your career.
We take that risk every time we get into the ring. All it takes is a split second. Every time we walk into the ring, we all take that chance. We may not walk back out.
Okay. For WOW Magazine and here at NWA, this is Bill Apter and Dynamite Rob Williams. Where'd you get the name Dynamite from, by the way? Why do you call yourself that?
I show a lot of fire in the ring and show a lot of explosiveness.
Explosive. Dynamite. Bill Apter and Rob Williams, and we'll see you at the matches. Thank you, Rob.